Hey guys, RKF here with a double review. This time I'll be reviewing the deluxe 02 ProgRise key and 02 driver unit, along with the RKF Kamen Rider 02 from Kamen Rider 01. These are a ProgRise key and driver attachment that lets 01 access its final form, as well as the Rider Kicks figure of said final form that includes 2 accessories and 2 pairs of alternate hands. So, let's get started. First up, we'll look at the 02 ProgRise key. This is another key with a unique design, mainly consisting of clear neon yellow plastic like shining hopper, but now with a clear blue front cover. Said cover reads Kamen Rider 02, got a unique design for the grasshopper, and it now has a cracked glass holofoil pattern. The bottom ridge is more smoothed out than on previous ProgRise keys. And off the side we have this extra bit that's designed after the core of Satellite Zea that gives 01 his powers. And because this is clear, you can see a lot of the inner workings on the back. You can see the speaker here, 3 batteries in here, the magnet to activate the 01 driver here, as well as some of the wiring. And of course there's also the QR code to work with Gamma Rising. Now this is another unique key, or this is actually similar to the Amazing Caucasus key, where instead of manually opening it, it opens via the press of the button. On the inside we can see that there's now a more digitized version of the previous grasshopper. And while it's a little hard to tell, there is actually molding, so it's not just a silhouette. You can also see that there are now 2 LEDs, one for the grasshopper head and one for the satellite core. Now, after the initial activation, there are 3 ability sounds.
ZERO-TWORISE ability. Agent intelligence ability. Zea's ability.
Along with 4 phrases from Aruto Hiden, who turns into 01. Then it cycles back to the beginning. And here's what it looks like when you have the lights on and the ProgRise key closed. Next, we'll look at the 02 driver unit. This is a clear plastic piece with bits of red and silver paint onto it that acts as a new cover to the 01 driver. You can see that the said main red piece, this main section, is painted to look like the number 2. We'll have a new triangular center piece that will go over the cover. See that slides back and forth. You also have this, which will plug into the side of the 01 driver to change the sounds. Now change out the cover. First we'll take the 01 driver. Take any ProgRise key, like Rising Hopper for example. Open up. Then plug it in. After that, I'm going to take off the sliding cover, like so. Then with this piece extended out like so, take these 2 clips and plug them into the driver, here and here. Then take the 2 tabs on here and plug them into the slot on the side of the 01 driver. Want to get that sound. Then take the cover and slide all the way to the left to eject the ProgRise key. And so now we have the Hiden 02 driver, where you've actually got 0 and 2 right here. And because of the way it's clear, you can actually see the red arrow on the side here underneath the cover. Next, we'll bring in the 02 ProgRise key for the transformation. So first we'll set aside the ProgRise key, take the 2 on the 02 driver, flip it open, and press it in. This will activate the standby. It will open up the ProgRise key. And plug it into the driver. And now I'll show you guys that transformation one more time without interruption. And there we have the transformation into Kamen Rider ZERO-2. Now we can properly see the ZERO-2 driver open up with these clear parts, or rather these chrome parts, around the side of this more triangular core where we can see the symbol inside. We can then press the ZERO-2 ProgRise key again for the special attack. That activates the ZERO-2 Big Bang. And, like with other forms, if we bring in another ProgRise key, we can power it up. Though in order to do that, we need to fold back the cover. And we get the ZERO-2 Terra Big Bang. Now this transformation can also be activated the standard way. So we can open up the ProgRise key. One thing to note is that when you have it open like this, if you press and hold the key, or press and hold the button, it'll say Henshin. But from there, we can then authorize it. And this time, if you just press the button whenever, it'll say Henshin. And we'll plug it in. And other ProgRise keys can also be used with the ZERO-2 driver. The only thing to know about it is that because the ZERO-2 Rise or ProgRise actually comes from the 02 key. If you use a different key, it won't say ProgRise. Of course, the 02 key can also be used with the other risers and drivers, so we'll start off by using it with the shot riser. And similar to the metal hopper key, the ending phrase is actually timed to go with the other devices. And we'll activate the 02 blast. It'll bring in the shot riser buckle for the 02 blast fever. After that, we'll use it with the force riser. And like with the Amazing Caucasus key, you have to unlock it before actually activating it.
Kamen Rider 02.
Then we activate the 02 Dystopia. And the 02 Utopia. And, because it doesn't need to be authorized to be activated, it works perfectly with the 1000 driver. And lastly, for the 02 ProgRise key, it can also be used with one of the Attache weapons.
ProgRise key confirmed. Ready to utilize. 02's ability. 02. Kamen Slash.
So there we have the 02 Kamen Stretch, and then we can charge rise it for the 02 Kamen Dynamic.
Charge rise. Full charge. 02. Kamen Dynamic.
And here we have Kamen Rider ZERO-2. So let's look at him in detail. Now, compared to a lot of the late Heisei Rider final forms, this is a lot more simplified, essentially being a slightly more powered up version of ZERO-1's Rising Hopper form. We can see that instead of just black and neon yellow, he now adds in red and silver. Starting off with the head, and see, design where now gets these silver side panels as well as red eyes and antennae. Coming down to the chest, it now has a kind of scarf piece that is marked to look like ZERO-2. Got some silver on the chest and the shoulders. Now has red gloves and gauntlets. Of course, you have the ZERO-2 driver down here, as well as bits of silver added to the legs and feet. Now, this design is perhaps meant to be a bit of a homage to Master Rider 2, who was also known for his signature red gloves. Articulation-wise, we got the standard articulation for an RKF, ball joint head, full rotation at the shoulder, bends in and out, there's a ball joint in the shoulder, single joint elbows with a bicep swivel, wrist swivel, ab crunch, legs go forward and back, in and out, twist at the thigh, single joint knees, and ball joint ankles. Now for his accessories, he technically has the same accessories as Metal Cluster Hopper, but a little bit different. He once again includes the attached caliber and ProgRise Hopper blade. However, the ProgRise Hopper blade in this case is actually neon yellow plastic to better match up with the actual color of the weapon. So of course, he can hold those weapons in his hands. Like that. Or you can combine the two together. This way, plugging the two together. Just like that. As far as alternate hands, includes a pair of fists, pretty simple, as well as a different pair of hands that both are making the number 2 with their fingers. And so you can simply take them, pop one out, and plug a different one in, so you can pose them as you see fit. And there we go. Overall, these are a great couple of items. For the ZERO-2 ProgRise key and driver unit, it's quite an interesting set, with how not only do we get a final form ProgRise key, but also a new attachment to change the ZERO-1 driver into the ZERO-2 driver. And it definitely adds to it because not only do you have new sounds for transformation and special attacks, but also new standby sounds to go along with it, and definitely changes the look of the belt almost entirely. And it is interesting how you basically activate the driver with the unit itself, thanks to the fact that there is actually a magnet in that panel. As for the RKF ZERO-2, again, it's what you expected of a Rider Kicks figure. Solid paint, solid articulation, and a good amount of accessories. Really, the only criticism I have for that figure is the same criticism I have with the RKF Rising Hopper, which is, although it might not look this way on camera, the color of yellow used here is a little bit too much of a sickly green rather than the neon yellow that ZERO-1, or in this case ZERO-2, is supposed to be. But it is a solid action figure to pick up for a collection. So for both of these, if you're collecting either one of these series, I can absolutely recommend picking them up. Next time I'll be reviewing the A-Watch from Yokai Watch Jam. So, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and if you're new and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.